Okay, I just record that. I forgot to record. So you just look at the graph there. Okay, so any question? No, so I afterward I will, you either screenshot this, afterward I will send like the first one, the one that I explained, and I will try to explain some other things there. Okay. How much you can exaggerate the graph? That is depend on, we want to show the things. We want to show the characteristic of the graph. I know that when you plot, right, this one is very, very low. And this one is almost at around less than 0.1. So I will say that you can exaggerate a little bit, but not too much, to show the characteristic of the graph or the property of the curve. Okay, so, and from this graph, you also can know that, okay, I can make a conclusion. Okay, from here, what conclusion can I make? The x-coordinate of the turning point I can't write it. So I continue here. The x-coordinate of the turning point of fx is the x-intercept of y equal to f prime x. Agree? Hello? And look, I'm going to talk about this one. You look at, that's why I draw this, to let you have a look at here. This one, the x coordinate of the inflection point of y equal to fx is the x coordinate of the turning point of y equal to f prime x and the x-intercept of y equal to f double prime x. You see how it's related? So if you give me this sign diagram, I straight away know that the inflection, the x-coordinate of inflection point of fx is 10. The stationary point for x-coordinate of stationary point for f prime x is 10. So that is how we relate. So this is a topic whereby I need you to really go and see the relationship. Clear?
Clear.
No one can help you. Only you can help yourself. Okay? So now, shall we go for one?
Miss.
Last one? Yes?
The graph F double prime X. Can you explain how did you know this sheet before the 10 and after the 10?
Oh, because I I base on the f prime x graph, because there is an inflection point on the f prime x graph. So I know that it's going down, right? And it will be reach a minimum here, because this is the lowest minimum. This is the lowest rate for f prime x based on this graph. Are you okay? Okay. So I know that it will go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. Yeah. So you see, because positive from before 10, f prime x is going up. So f double prime will be positive. Then after that, f double prime x will be negative, because f prime x is going down. So it will be negative, negative until x equal to 10. Until this point, I don't know what is the value. I don't have the value. It will be the lowest. That's all.
Also based on the inflection point of the f prime x.
Yeah. Because it must have an inflection point here. If not, how can it become zero? Okay, let me explain to you. Okay, let me explain to you from here. Look, for my f prime x graph, right? It passed through 5. It turned at 10. Am I right? So the f prime x graph go like that. Yeah. Right? So, but look at here. For my fx graph, after it go up, it doesn't go up to infinity, correct? To infinity, no, it go up, approaches 0. So that means the rate will become 0. So my f prime x graph, yeah, you go down, right? You cannot go down like you cannot go down like that. If you go down like that, that means this is my y equal to f prime x. That means from this part, it show that it show y equal to fx is decreasing, but that is not true, correct? So therefore, you have to go. So this is a wrong one. So you have to go in this way, because my y equal to fx is always increasing as x approaches infinity. Y equal to fx is always increasing, but with decreasing rate, correct? So the graph of f prime x must be always positive here. So you have to go like that. So this is my f prime x graph. That is I know. So there is an inflection point here. So my f double prime x, I know before this is positive. Okay, and you have to know before this is positive. After that, you have to be all the way negative, right? But my f prime x, you look at my f prime x, this is the steepest. That's why it go until here already. Negative already go down. But after that, the gradient for this one becomes 0. So the graph have to turn up. Okay. And there's another inflection point here. Okay, so you have to go like that. See? So this will be your f double prime x graph. So that's why you have to look at the graph, think of how the gradient go, and think of how it should be. It should be above or below the x-axis. So that's why I say curve property, sketching the graph of the derivative based on the original graph is not an easy task. I'm trying my best to explain it. Okay?
Okay, Miss, thank you.
Okay? Okay, huh? So can I give you a function? Okay, we try to do it. Yep, try to do it, huh? Okay. So I'm not going to ask you to find the stationary point. You start straight away, find the fx, f prime x, and so on. Okay, I give you fx is equal to 5. Okay, I think I better put it in such a way, so that you can get. Oh no, it's recorded already. Now I record already. Record already. Before that is okay lah. It's given already. So what do you want to ask? Yes. What do you want to ask, Kavan? Why can't you speak today, Kavan? Yes, Kavan, what do you want to ask? Oh, you can't open your mic. Okay, what do you want to ask, Kavan? Y side diagram of f double prime x. Y side diagram of f double prime x is concave. Hey, I didn't say side diagram of f double prime x is concave downward. Okay, if the sign for f double prime x is positive, then fx is concave upward. So all these sign of f double prime x tell you about the shape of fx graph. That is something you have to know. The one I give you in the notes already, am I right? Did you read through the notes? I specified very clearly already. That is the rule. That is how it works. Because the rate of change is increasing. Can you please, for this topic, don't keep asking why. Accept the rule, memorize the rule, master it first before you ask why. Then you will find that you will be able to understand better. There are certain things in maths. Okay, since we are in that, I try not to rush. Listen here, class. Okay, I'm going to give you something else. Okay, now I'm going to draw the f double prime x sign diagram. And I'm going to teach you how to speak with the sign diagram. So before you ask why, you better memorize all first. Okay, can or not? Okay, so if f double prime x is greater than 0, this implies fx graph. So look at the graph. Fx graph is concave upwards. That means my fx graph is like this. Are you clear? That's all. F prime X graph. Now you see, I say different graph is increasing. With what rate? Actually, I don't know. I have to base on what I have is increasing. Okay, you look at increasing, and if you look at here, if you look at this side diagram, it's increasing.
At
I would say
rate.
with decreasing rate. I will tell you why. Because F double prime 10 is equal to 0, and after X equal to 10, that means for X more than 10, F double prime X is negative. So therefore, X equal to 10 is the local maximum for Y equal to F prime X graph. Are you clear? That's all. So that's all. If I just give you the F prime X sine diagram, F double prime X sine diagram, that's all you can interpret. So that's why my F prime X graph will look like this. That's all I know. But for ours, because I know how it go further, is due to the shape of fx graph that I have. So class, a lot of things that you have to go and memorize. What does the sign of F double prime X tell you about fx? What does the sign of F double prime X tell you about F prime X? So it's different story. This is the shape. So you have to memorize all that in order for you to be able to interpret. So that's why I need you to really go and study, really go and consolidate your things. That's why just now at the beginning of the lesson, I asked, any one of you bother to consolidate all this or not? When you study higher level maths, correct? You need to put in your own thought. Okay, I know that is the thing that I must memorize. I have to memorize. Then from what my memory, I slowly understand the thing. You are not able to understand all this at one go. That's why Ms. Dong give different examples. From one example, I hope you can understand certain things better and better. You see or not? Hello? That is how you learn. That is how you learn science. I tell you, maths and physics is very close. I just read, I just accept it first. Then the second question, I see what I don't. whatever I accept, whatever I memorize, which part I don't understand, then I go further, deeper and deeper. That is how you learn, especially for those concepts which is very abstract. This example, I get something. Next example, I get another thing. One more example, I get another thing. I try doing the exercise. Then I hope I can get the whole thing. You are not like in primary school. You don't expect one go teacher teach, I can know everything. No such thing. That's why you have to be very patient in your learning of maths or your physics. I can go through the same example. Last time when I learned maths, I don't have a tutor. I can go through the same examples 6 or 7 times. Each time I get something new. How many of y'all read through your textbook 7 times? I did that when I was in my Form 6. Okay, that is the time when I really like learning, okay? I read through my textbook, physics textbook, which is the thickness of the physics textbook is about 8 cm. I read through it 7 times in 6 months. That is how you learn. We cannot be impatient. Each time we tell ourselves, I'm to get something out of it. So the notes that I write for you, you should read it through again and again. Try to grasp it. Are you clear?
Clear.
For this one, I will produce another 1-page handwritten notes for you. This is something that you cannot get from textbook. You look at your textbook the way, because teaching and textbook are totally different things. I'm a textbook editor before I know. I can't write a textbook like I'm teaching, but I, as a teacher, I can prepare that way. Hello, class? So we will hold tomorrow example for the example for tomorrow. Don't rush, go through it again. Try to understand each part. This time I understand this. Next time, okay, I read through the notes, I go through the lecture again. Then you yourself get it, you yourself will work hard for it. Then that will be yours. Do you get me? I'm here to teach you how to fish, not to give you the fish to eat. It's very easy for me to give you fish to eat. You see, Anna, I just go a lot example, I just tell you the answer, go on and on and on. I even spell it out word by word. Just now, like for example, this one, see or not? I ask you to observe. So every time when you go through a certain thing, how to help yourself to memorize? Look for pattern. So I bear in mind already. If it's convex or concave upwards, then it will be both same sign. Yeah. Then next time I won't have a difficulty. You have both same sign already, then you just slowly go and then why is it decreasing rate? Then you write down there, because it becomes less and less steep. See Anna? That's why to learn maths well, class, obey, follow the law. after you follow the law, then you can understand why the law is set in that way. That's why that is also like my life, yeah, of recording.